7 reasons you experience déjà vu. If you've ever found yourself in a situation or place that feels all too familiar, as if you've been there before, you're likely experiencing déjà vu. In fact, you might have even said out loud in these instances, "I'm having déjà vu," because what else can one say when things are feeling almost dreamlike and surreal? Especially when you've never been to the place where the déjà vu is happening. In French, déjà vu literally means, already seen, even if you haven't already seen what you're seeing. Simply, it can feel like your mind is playing tricks on you, but of course, when it comes to all things related to the brain and brain function, it's far more complicated than that. Déjà vu occurs because the brain uses both a fast process of immediate sensation and memory, and a slower process to integrate past memories and present experiences. Dr. James Giordano, professor of neurology at Georgetown University Medical Center, Washington, D.C., tells Bustle. These processes involve a number of brain networks, including regions of the sensory cortex that function in sight, hearing, touch, smell, etc., networks of the hippocampus and temporal lobe that function in memory, and areas of the limbic system and prefrontal cortex that function in decision-making. It's a bit confusing, but considering the result, it may be worth the mild confusion. Here are 7 reasons why you experience déjà vu. But before going any further, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and press on the bell icon to get notification of our new informative videos. 1. Things have become out of sync in your brain. According to Dr. Giordano, although those 2 aforementioned pathways usually work in a harmonious way, sometimes they become out of sync. This happens when a situation triggers a strong response of the fast pathway, and the slow pathway then catches up fractions of a second later. 2. There's a neurological mismatch. Because even the brain isn't perfect, there can be a temporary mismatch that can mess with our memory. This explains why something that has never occurred can feel like it has. Networks of the temporal lobe and frontal cortex interpret this mismatch, and we experience this as a memory playing out in real time, which makes it seem as if we're re-experiencing something that is actually new. 3. A glitch is throwing things for a loop. Because déjà vu often occurs suddenly, with no warning, and is fleeting in duration, it's incredibly hard to study in a clinical setting in a healthy population. But through the studying of the medial temporal lobes, the rhinal cortex, and the hippocampus, it does come down to how the brain processes memory and the occasional mismatch, making it somewhere between a memory error and a neurological impulse glitch. Taking it a step further, it might be possible that déjà vu occurs when you detect familiarity, stimulating the rhinal cortices, but don't activate the hippocampus, which helps you recall more concrete memory details, says Winters. Some propose that this is why déjà vu has that eerie feeling of semi-remembering, or feeling like you've been there before but can't seem to put your finger on it. Because, let's be honest, who hasn't felt a sense of eeriness when it comes to déjà vu? 4. If you've been diagnosed with epilepsy. It has been reported that some with epilepsy experience this phenomenon right before a seizure, specifically when seizures begin in an integral brain region for long-term memories and events. By isolating neuronal changes in the rhinal cortices, it's thought that déjà vu is largely caused by electrical impulses gone awry. Although this doesn't mean you should run to the nearest neurologist the next time you experience déjà vu, as Winters points out, it is a phenomenon that can happen to those who are diagnosed epileptics before a seizure. So, no, déjà vu doesn't mean you suddenly have epilepsy. 5. Youre Young. About 60 to 70% of people report having déjà vu, but it's likely that it occurs more commonly, says Dr. Giordano, and déjà vu occurrences are generally more common in younger people. While this isn't to say that as you get older your chances to experience déjà vu will vanish, it is to say that when it happens, as fleeting as it might be, you should definitely enjoy it. It really is a remarkable phenomenon that shouldn't just be dismissed. 6. You've lived a past life. Although the chances are slim that you'll find a neurologist who agrees with this assessment, if you believe in past lives, a belief you're completely entitled to, this reason is worth noting. Beyond neuroscience, many in the field of psychology have their own thoughts about what's going on when we experience this feeling that we've already seen or experienced a situation. For example, some parapsychologists think déjà vu is connected to something we experienced or were connected to in a past life. But one thing's for sure, as brain imaging techniques improve, so will our understanding of déjà vu. 7. Your brain is working. Déjà vu is actually a good sign, and seems to reflect the brain's ability to process memories at different levels and at differing speeds. Ultimately, déjà vu is further proof that the human brain is amazing. If a mismatch or a glitch can result in something so extraordinary, it's a true testament to just how remarkable it is. So the next time you experience déjà vu, no matter how eerie it may feel in the moment, embrace it for the fantastic glitch it is. Researchers still have much to learn about déjà vu. The limited number of studies done on the subject suffer from biases, including small sample sizes and issues with construct validity, as well as a general bias that lumps déjà vu in with paranormal phenomena such as out-of-body experiences, channeling, and psychokinesis. Comment down below if you know any interesting fact about déjà vu, and don't forget to like, subscribe and press on the bell icon. Thanks for watching.